Hello, my name is Miuccio, Senior Sales Support Engineer here at NAB New York in the Media Solutions area. We're highlighting different solutions from C, from NavigatorX, and from Sony's Optical Disc Archive technology. In respect to C, we have many new features that we've added here at NAB New York that we're demonstrating. And those include custom metadata fields for file request, as well as advanced search. So being able to add customized metadata fields and being able to search across not only one workspace, but multiple workspaces or across all workspaces. So in this example, I have a search that I'm working within the NavigatorX team workspace that I have. And one that I've recently searched on was robotic. And I added this to my metadata fields. So you can see if I select the file notes here, that I've added robotic and archive disk. If I search on any of those keywords, I would be able to find it. Here I also have some custom metadata. I've added product as ODA, and so I can now search on that as well. Okay, the next area that I'm going to show you is the file request, where we could set up a new file request and have contributors send content. These could be external sources. I'm going to designate a specific workspace that I want to have this content go to. In this case, I'm going to select NAB New York. And then I could allow access or expiration date, and with advanced options, I could have a contributor form that allows me to add some specific information. So like product, and I can make it required, and then I can add a different specific information here and add a file request. Now this link would be sent to the contributor, and then they would be able to go in and add some content into this location. So here you could say a contributor would start adding files, and from there that specific metadata fields that were requested would be required for them to enter. NavigatorX is our workflow management and asset management solution. Some of the new features that we're highlighting is our storyboard assets. So you can do a collection of clips and save them as a storyboard asset and add metadata to that storyboard asset and be able to search. You can also do video preview of the storyboards. And then another feature that we're introducing is we have our Adobe panel integration that we're demonstrating, but additionally in our NLE export, which we have expanded our support to other NLEs such as Avid Media Composer, also Grass Valley EDS Pro, as well as Final Cut Pro. So in those environments you have two modes. One is copy and link. In a link situation, you're actually doing edit in place in those three different NLE environments. This is NavigatorX, Sony's content management and workflow management solution. Here we have a representation of our GUI, which shows a list of assets. And this same list of assets is represented here in Premiere. So we have panel level integration with Premiere. And if I searched within the panel, within Adobe panel, you could see that I will type in the word frog. It pulls up this particular asset that I was looking for. Now I can go here and select import link, which is going to establish an edit in place to these particular file within inside of Adobe, and you'll see that this file will pop up here momentarily. It's importing as it shows you the status, and then we can drag and drop it into the timeline as I'm demonstrating here. Additionally, we're showing optical disc archive connectivity with NavigatorX, so we have native support for optical disc archive in a standalone environment, as we're showing here, and we're also adding support for client and also server connectivity. So in the past, we would only connect to an ODA drive to a server, and now we've added that support for client PC. So from a client PC, you can archive and retrieve content. So Optical Disc Archive is now 3.3 terabytes. There are 11 archival disks inside of Optical Disc Archive cartridge, and we're able to span each of those archive disks that are 300 gigabytes times 11 to come up with 3.3 terabyte capacity. And it supports a 100-year shelf life, so a great long-term preservation of asset medium. So with Optical Disc Archive, I can select an asset, send it to ODA, and then I have an option to copy or move the high-res to ODA. In that environment, in that workflow, the actual proxy will stay online, and the high-res will move to ODA optical disk archive cartridge. And we could see here the workflow has been initiated. We could see the archive workflow that's being in progress. So the key there is that customers want to take advantage of the lower cost of optical disk archive and store the high-res on ODA, and on the other side to have the proxy that stays on NavigatorX. And with that, you can see as the workflow ends, I can go over and you'll see the status. So now this particular file that I sent to Optical Disk Archive, you notice the status is offline. It's indicated as it's archived, but I'm still able to open up the proxy and be able to view the proxy. And from here, if I wanted to even do a partial archive or export retrieve, I can actually do it from here as well. Thank you. For more information, please go to sony.com/pro.